What's up, y'all? Thank you for choosing me. Now, before you go, I'll give you a quick synopsis of each reading, just in case if you don't feel like listening to the whole message. I personally love group 1 and 2. Group number 3, babe, I'm letting you know you got to do a lot of self-care. And if you are someone who is extra sensitive, this is totally not the environment for you. So I hope that helped you out some. These readings are close to 30 minutes. This was definitely over 30 minutes. So totally speed me up. But yeah, I appreciate you for listening to this. Now, if you're one of those people that comment on other readers and say, would you kindly pick a reading for me? Well, I'm sorry, babe, you can't comment that, but I will show you how you can select your own reading. So do what I do. Close your eyes and say the following. My higher self, the truth. Which reading is the right one for me? Please open your eyes and your eyes will gravitate towards which reading resonates. Now, if you keep going back and forth between each group, that just means that you may have a dual message. But thank you again for choosing me to be your reader, and I shall see you at your group. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So I just want to give you a nice disclaimer. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. Hey there, group number 1. I forgot to clear this out when I was shuffling, but hey, I hope you're doing okay. So with readings like this, it's kind of hard to give you a simple yes or no. It has to be thorough. I will pick it up based on energy if this is a card worth accepting, but overall this is most likely you get to determine if this is something that you want based on the messages that I am channeling. So hopefully that makes sense. But without further ado, let's get this started. So, if you were to accept this job, what would it be like? And so the overall energy, you have creativity, anger, which what's interesting is that with this particular deck, it's called Your Feelings Are Valid. Anger came out again. So, but the thing is 2 cards came out, so I put it back in. I just want 1 card from each deck. So I just wanted to throw that out there. And then the card you have is number 24. No, sorry, number 25. I am worry free. I release worry over things I cannot control. Instead, I choose to focus on things that are pleasing to me. When I release worry, I allow room for solutions to enter my life. I am worry free. Okay. So, let's talk about this. So, regarding your job, the overall energy, there will be some frustrations. I'm not going to front. Some things will be, when I look at this card, I think of fractured. But I don't think it's like a fractured connection or anything like that. I just think like with this kind of job, it's giving me fast-paced energy of what's going on. So if anything, I just get frustration. And it's crazy with this particular deck. They have the frustration card where it's a block trying to get inside of a hole. So it's like square peg inside of a hole, or whatever the saying goes. But I get frustration more than anything. I also pick up passion here. Passion is associated with, you know, anger, that drive, you know, things of that nature. It's giving me Mars energy more than anything. And Mars is the planet of passion. It can be a planet of war too, however you want to look at it. But Mars is also associated with action and desire. It could be some form of competition within this job. So I don't know if you are in a creative field. Maybe your career has something to do with creativity. I don't know why I heard birth doula. So that might be something, and you're like, what does a birth doula have anything to do with this? Well, when a man and a woman bump uglies, what does she create? A baby, right? So that is part of creativity. I'm also picking something with labs too, since I'm in that subject or on that subject. So something with labs, something with, I heard the word alchemy. So I don't know if you will be in a laboratory. I don't know if you have to create images. It doesn't have to be specifically for art. You can generate images, you know, of x-rays, mammograms, things in that nature. I don't know why I'm picking up hospital settings, which is quite interesting. Let's see. I don't know why I almost said, let's go. So I don't know if anyone is in the creative field where you are a video game programmer or some kind of programming. But the overall vibe is that, yes, it can be frustrating working at this job, but the overall energy is like, all right, I'm worry free. Like, you would enter this job without feeling like you have to control the narrative. You know, the saying that I picked up before I start this reading is, what's meant for me will never leave or will never miss. So this is kind of like the mindset of whatever is meant for you will never miss. So it's just like, look, I know what I stepped into when I applied for this job. I know that certain coworkers are going to get on my nerves. Certain customers are going to get on my nerves. Patients, clients, whatever the case it may be. I can't control that. And knowing that you cannot control that, it's like, you know, I'm in a state of surrender. I'm here to do my job. I'm not about to take my job home with me. And a lot of people tend to do that, where they're so frustrated and angry about their job that they take it home with them. Now, if you work from home, different story. You know, you have to, you know, sage your space whenever you're dealing with like a supervisor, for example, that wants to project their anger onto you. But, you know, you're like, you know what? I'm not even going to take it personal. That's just who they are. It is what it is. So, somebody might like The Lion King. I heard, I don't know the song as much. I'm not a Disney person. No shade, no tea. It's like, no worry free philosophy, Hakuna Matata. So it's like, I don't know whoever is Simone or Pumbaa. Pumbaa is the cute one. I ain't gonna front. I love him. Oh my God, I think that's the warthog, right? I mean, you can't comment, but it's like, I love the warthog. I want to squeeze him. But it's like Hakuna Matata. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's kind of that vibe I pick up from this one. But yeah, that is the overall energy. So let's continue with your reading. I feel like I should prop these up so I can look at them. So we're going to have Hank. Hank will watch out for these cards for me. So let's get into it. You have the Six of Swords. And if you're wondering about this deck, I will show you. I love this deck so much. You can only get it from Etsy, but it's called the Craft Felt Tarot. I love it. I want to use it for my clients. But, you know, this is not about me. Anyways, yes, you got the Six of Swords. You have the Hanged Man, Neptune, Pisces energy. You have the Page of Swords. You have the Queen of Swords. No, sorry, the Queen of Wands. My silly self. You have the Knight of Swords. You have the Nine of Swords. A lot of swords energy up in here. And I will break this down column by column. We have the Chariot, Cancerian energy. We have the King of Wands. We have the Magician, Mercury, Gemini, Virgo energy. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay. We have the Page of Cups. Burp, burp, burp. Oh, God. Impulsive thoughts. And then we have the Fool, Uranus, Aquarius energy. Okay. So we'll read your guidance card later. So, you know, as tarot card readers, we got to make things all pretty and neat and all that good stuff. So thank you for being patient with this. All right, babe. So what is the day-to-day energy like? Like, what is something that is expected throughout the day? So the fact that you have two movement cards, the Six of Swords and the Chariot, things are going to be moving. So for some of you, you could be doing a lot of traveling with this job. Let's say, for example, that you work at a private practice, or you work at a community health. One of your jobs is you might have to meet the clients at their home, or if you are contracted, you will be contracted to like go to schools or go to libraries, for example, or maybe hospitals or maybe nursing homes. And, you know, with the creativity card, if you are in a program that I'm in at school where there's an integration with art therapy, or do things as art as therapy, then you're probably going to be, you know, doing that with groups. There's rainbow here, so I'm picking up harmony. This could be something that you actually do like. You do like going out, being contracted out there. And this can be the same with birth doula. I'm also heard death doula too. Those who want to, you know, possibly work in hospice care or anything like that. I just pick up a lot of hospital clinical stuff, so you know, it is what it is, right? But yes, there is a duality when it comes to your day-to-day practices, your day-to-day activities, some good, some bad. It's a nice balance is what I'm picking up. And with this star here on top of this rider, it's giving me where you are following your intuition and your inner compass. And of course, with the star, it can be about recognition. So you will be recognized for your hard work. I'm picking up mostly positive stuff from people, of whoever you interact with. Again, it's just giving me Hakuna Matata. So you're out here like no worry free. I'm like worry free, sorry. And so you're just like, I'm not here to try to control anyone. I'm doing something that I love. This is something that may feel like home. Let's not forget, Cancer rules the 4th house of home. And so the fact that Cancerians are natural nurturers, you know, you may, again, work in nursing home. You may work in hospice, for example. It's something about traveling. It's just a lot of traveling that you will be doing throughout your day-to-day basis when working at this particular location. So what is the pros of accepting this job? You have the Hanged Man and you have the King of Wands. The pros with this one, you will gain a lot of perspectives when working there. I think this would be something that you are reflecting on. You sit with yourself and you're wondering, how did this day go? How interacting with the clients or patients went. This could be where this is a dream job. This is a card of Neptune, and Neptune is the planet of illusion, and it is associated with dreams. And it's like, wow, this is pretty neat. Considering the creativity card loves talking in this reading, so I'm just going to let her do it. You may get to embark on your imagination if you are working with your hands or you're doing something with people that involves some form of creativity. You may enjoy that, so yes, it will give you different perspective. It's not giving me something where you are stuck, because if you want, you can leave if you want. You see there are 3 balloons here. Now, depending on how high you are, you pop the balloon and it's like, oh shit. So maybe gradually pop the balloon if you want to go down, and leave this job. So, that's just like a random message I picked up here based on the imagery. But the pros too of this job is that you are confident at it. You know exactly what you're doing. When I think of this lizard, I think they said that it's a chameleon here. To be fully transparent, group number 1, I might have been doing this for 5 years, but I still feel like a student when it comes to tarot. But I heard my mom say, don't blend in where you fit in. So this is you, in my opinion, not trying to blend in with the crowd. You do stand out. This is you being in your element where you're confident to be yourself. People trust you in that leadership. So, of course, I tell personal stories. I noticed that one of the groups that I shadow, when I didn't feel like being myself, I had a negative, I won't say reaction, but I would say response, because one of the group members, for whatever reason, he wanted to make fun of my name. By me being an 80s baby, he said, you and these damn long names. First of all, I didn't pick my name. Would I change my name? No, I will not. My mother gave me that name. But then the same guy who said that, when I allowed myself to just be myself, he gained a lot of trust within me and wanted to talk to me more about his art processing of how to set boundaries. So I thought it was interesting. So to me, group number 1, you pick up on energy, you know how to read the room. And I think that's how you can navigate or kind of create that flow where you can get the job done. Now, what is the cons of working at this job? You have the Page of Swords. You have the Magician. Now, when this first pulled up, I was like, someone's spying and manipulation. So group number 1 is always going to be that one dildo when you work at the job. It's always some dildo out there that's going to pocket watch you, watch your move, see what's going on. And I'm just like, so, considering that, in my opinion, group 1, you're smart as hell. I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, you's a dumbass. No, I believe you are incredibly smart. You know how to read the room. So I'm sure you will peep game that somebody could be watching you. Now, if this is a probational period where they're just testing to see whether or not if you are a good fit working at this job, then it is what it is and it ain't what it ain't. But again, you don't care, okay? I am worry free. It's like, if they're going to accept me, they're going to accept me. What's meant for me would never miss. And that's just the energy that I am picking up here. So yes, you will be watched. With the Magician, the Magician is all about manifesting, but it's also about manipulation too. So you may be manipulated. If you're the new cat in the in this particular job, you may have people who would try to get you to do more work that is above your pay grade. You're not going to fall for the okie doke. I think if anything, you were probably taught to the supervisor first about what's going on. You would do something. So it's just like, okay, I see you. to me as well, considering that the Magician is the Mercury card, you may deal with colleagues or clients who may want to, do mind games, so Mercury is the planet of communication, right? And it is associated with intellect, the mind, reasons, and language, right? So you may have people who would try to play mind games, but you came out here with this King of Wands. You would see through the bullshit. I think, like with this chameleon, you will play along with their mind games because you've already, I heard that you were 5 steps ahead of what was going on in this situation, so they cannot win one on you. Anything else? I heard play in your face. So yeah, like be careful with one particular coworker. Another story, group 1, because it's me. The first field site, spring 2025, I dealt with someone who wanted to be buddy-buddy. I was already side-eyeing her in the first place, but she pulled an okie doke on me. And so it's just like, yeah, you a jealous bitch. Like, I ain't gonna front. You are a jealous bitch. Like, you and your fucking Muppet looking ass face, So I'm not gonna get into it, but you may deal with somebody who might send you evil eye. It's like, who the hell is group number 1? Like, who the fuck do he or she think they are? And it's like, bitch, I'm group number 1. I'm exactly who the fuck I am. And I'm tired of pretending like I'm not. So it's just like, you're not even worried about this little bitch. My guys don't like this evil-eyed, sniveling ass little cunt, okay? So anyways, let's get into it. I'd be so charged when I'm in, doing these readings because it's kind of funny, But anyways, so what is the supervisor like? How will your supervisor behave towards you? You have the Queen of Wands and you have the Two of Pentacles. So the Queen of Wands and the King of Wands, I don't want to say counterpart as if this is a romantic thing because I'm not really picking that up. And plus, it is a breach of, power dynamics. But this is the Queen Bee, but not necessarily a bad Queen Bee. She or he who permeates this energy, they're quite intuitive. They're someone who's busy, 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 busy. But this is someone who's typically happy. They enjoy their job. I think that they will be happy with you. Considering that I see these sunflowers, it just kind of gives me Leo energy, and I don't know if the Queen of Wands is Leo energy. Again, I don't pay too much attention of all the symbolism with tarot, but it's giving me like they're kind of playful, 5th house energy. They enjoy pleasure and things of that nature. Not everything is fun and games, but it's like when you interact with your supervisor, it's like, hey buddy, what's up? Oh man, I'm chilling. You looking pretty nice. In a friendship level, it's like, oh, I'm trying to get like you, things in that nature. So it's kind of like a friendly banter, maybe just a tiny bit of flirting, but not so much where it's like, again, it will be abuse of power dynamics. If that's the case, please run. I'm just saying. But yeah, I feel like this person is just as confident as you are. They appreciate your confidence overall. They appreciate your shadow. You maybe they do permeate black cat energy, but maybe with you they give you the golden retriever. So if you know. And so with the Two of Pentacles, this is a supervisor that carries or wears so many hats. So they have a lot of shit to do. Therefore, they are a busy bee. And I think your supervisor will trust you to carry on some of the jobs for you that many others wouldn't be able to handle. But again, like if this is a supervisor that's kind of like in this magician energy that I talked about, kind of tread lightly. So, your circumstances are going to be different. So how will your co-workers be like? You have the Knight of Swords and you have the Page of Cups. Um, and of course, court cards low-key get on my nerves because I'm still confused by them from time to time. But let's rock with it. So your co-workers, they could be relatively new as well, or they could have loving energy. So yeah, you have this Page of Swords. I would argue that most people don't like this Page of Swords individual. So I don't want to say click. I hate those because it's like, bro, we're out of high school. Grow the fuck up, right? But it's like overall, the colleagues of yours, they could be fast talkers. They could be someone that's just this high energy too. This seems like you will be in a busy field. And so swords talk about communication and knights is about action. So it's like they will communicate with you. They will tell you what's up, no issues. But I personally feel like with the Page of Cups is that they offer some form of loving energy. I think this is your colleagues where they do hold themselves accountable, because sometimes I do look at pages as making the offer like truce, like an apology or something like that. But you see how this looks like a feminine hand that is offering a cup, and there's fish. I think that you would have plenty of abundance, if that makes sense, with your co-workers. It could be where you may spend time with your co-workers, like maybe you go out for lunch every now and again. But I don't know why I pick up a boundary, group number one. So it's like, oh, these are my work friends. Would you hang out with them outside of work? Probably not, unless maybe the supervisor, this Queen of Wands individual that has like a party or a gathering, then you'll hang out with them. But once you go home, you're home. It's like, again, you don't take work home with you, right? So that's the vibe. Like, you appreciate your colleagues. I think they appreciate you too. But it's just what it is. It's like, I'm not here to make friends. I'll be cool with you, which is fantastic. And, you guys seem cool. But, it's acquaintance or acquaintance. Close friends are close friends. Work colleagues are work colleagues. It's like that kind of boundary is what I'm picking up here. So lastly here, and I did not expect this reading to be long, is there room for growth? And so this is like, promotion, bonus or whatever. It's interesting. You have the Nine of Swords. I couldn't talk. You have the Nine of Swords and you have the Fool. So this is where the I am worry free wants to come out. Sometimes you worry that, oh, maybe I'm not good enough. Like, this is kind of giving me imposter syndrome more than anything. But you have the Fool. And to me, this is like a really positive looking card. Like, you see the nice little mountains and you see the happy little sun and things of that nature. I think there is room for growth. I think Spirit is saying stop overthinking about what is going on with the situation. Maybe you have flashbacks from former jobs where, you weren't good enough for a promotion. So it's like, when you're in your element, this King of Wands, you are on fire. People like you. Things are pretty positive most of the time. But it's like there's that worry where it's like, maybe I'm not good enough. Maybe there isn't any room for growth. Or it could be where something is going on at the job where, things might be a little chaotic on the back end that you don't know anything about. But to me, with the Fool, this is about a brand new beginning. This is about taking that leap of faith. If an opportunity presents itself, group number one, for a promotion, for a bonus, when you do like, let's say probational period, let's talk about that part. Your 30 to 90 day probational period, they want to discuss possibly certain benefits. Tell them what it is that you want. Be assertive like this King of Wands. Like, you gotta show them that you earned it. And I think your supervisor would be like, you know what, group number one, hell yeah. So to me, in my opinion, group one, I think this is a pretty solid job. I'm just this raggedy ass person is always that one cunt at the job that might be in competition or whatever. Don't pay that bitch no attention. Like, be 5 to 10 steps ahead of her. Play her little game by acting like you don't know what's going on, but pick up on signs. I'm also picking up to pay attention to how your body reacts when working with that particular individual. If most people at your job seem pretty cool, but something where your body is activating your shoulders, your stomach, your I don't know, your throat or whatever, that is a sign that that individual could be up to no good. So I wanted to just throw that in. So this is the message from Spirit. It says commitment. I am committed to my growth and dreams. I set routines and habits that help me evolve into the fullest potential. Even though I may not see the physical manifestations of my desire, I know they have vibrationally manifested and are on the way to me. Damn, it's just like I said, what's meant for you will never miss. Commit to your goals, commit to a routine, especially self-care, considering this is like a fast-paced environment that you may be in. And I think everything would be fine. So if you want to claim this reading, even though you cannot comment, just say to yourself, Hakuna Matata. I think that's appropriate. But overall, group number one, thank you so much for choosing me to be your tarot card reader for today. If you enjoyed this, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So I just want to give you a nice disclaimer. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. Hello there, group number 2. I hope you're doing well. So, yes, this is a yes or no title is the best way I can put it. But this is up to you to determine whether or not that this is a job that you would want. So I can't exactly give you the direct answer, but I will pick up on vibes. So it will be a doozy. Speed me up if you have to, and let's do it, baby. Let's do it. So what is the overall energy for this job if you were to take it? So we have anxiety, we have magic, and you have number 2, I am free. I release myself from the thoughts and feelings that have held me back. Any guilt, shame, embarrassment, self-doubt, and fear that I harbor, I release. Today, I am free. You are definitely someone who worries, and it's just hilarious how my stomach is activated. And it's like, what? So it's like, you're an overthinker for sure. Like, that's pretty much what being anxious about. It's like you worried about the future a lot. So it's just like, sir, madam, stop. I'm hearing like stinking thinking. Okay. With magic, I picture, so there's this movie, it's currently on Tubi if you're interested. It's called Jason's Lyric. And I picture Jason narrating a scene how his brother and his father missed the magic. So when Jason was a child, his father, Mad Dog, will take him to the flower fields, and he said, let's see the magic. And it's a plane that's watering the field. And I don't know why I really love that scene. Maybe because I'm a crybaby Cancerian, and yeah, I'm not gonna like have my ADHD moment, but anyways, it's like something about it is that kind of magic that I pick up, and it's freeing. It's freeing when you see a field of flowers. It's like, what do people typically do? They can either pick it or they frolic. And I, at least me, my cartoon brain, I want to frolic in a field of flowers. Like bugs go to hell. And I know we're outside, that's where bugs are at, but it's like, it's something about this energy that's so free. And I'm hearing, this is too good. So to me, I feel that your anxiety is trying to find something bad to a point where you may, and hear me out, group number 2 is a tiny bit of not self-love, tough love is what I wanted to say. Try not to self-sabotage where you are manifesting bad things to happen. And I had to talk to my school therapist about that, where my current field placement, I'm like, my nervous system is not activated, and here I am overthinking. And he was like, well, guess what? What if nothing bad happens? And I'm just looking at him, and I can feel my brain glitching like, what did you say? That was the most logical thing that you said, sir. So I appreciate him. He's cool. But yeah, like, make sure, you check yourself before you wreck yourself. How about that, right? This is something that, again, feels freeing, feels magical. And so, any thoughts, feelings, shit that has held you back, terrible experiences, this is now the time to drop it like it's hot. So let's get into your reading. I'm gonna put this here, have Hank to guard these cards, and let's go, baby. So if you're interested in this deck, it's on Etsy. I wish I made it, I didn't, but it's called the Craft Felt Tarot. It's so cool. And I'm like, girl, I'm so happy I found you. But yeah, readers watch other readers, right? So let's get into it. We have the Queen of Cups, the Two of Wands, we have the Knight of Cups. I don't know why I heard Stallion and I heard Megan, so I guess Megan the Stallion. I guess someone could be Megan in the house watching this. We have the King of Cups. Someone likes horses, I'm getting all these like random downloads. Bro, come on. The readers, you gotta make things pretty. We have the Four of Swords. That looks nice and comfy. We have the Seven of Cups. God, I love these cards. And it's just like, damn, can I have your brain or your creativity? Like, bro. Anyways, we have the Ten of Pentacles. So cool. We have the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords. Okay, my bad. Jesus. Anyways, we got the Ace of Swords. Gosh. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Seven of Wands. I want to say like a witch quote with this, like, boiling in trouble. I don't know the saying. I'm not even going to try to attempt it because it's me. But anyways, let's get into it. Group number 2. So what is your day-to-day energy going to be like when working at this job, if you choose to work at this job? So with the Queen of Cups and with the 10 of Pentacles, it's a vibe. It is straight up a fucking vibe is what I pick up. I think working at this environment, you will feel full. You will feel fed. Personal story. One of my favorite groups I absolutely love going to is the Addiction and Recovery. And you know, me being a spiritual person, life path 7, you know, hell, I'm a tarot card reader, right? I love shadow shit. Like, blame my Cancer 8th house stellium, all right? Like, I love hearing their stories, and every time these individuals talk, I see a sparkle in their eye. They are so high-key self-aware. They're comfortable enough to share their story with me when they're doing art interventions. They are absolutely so cool. And it's like, damn, I want to work with this population. So even if I had like 5 hours of sleep, I go to that group and I feel fed. And it's like, wow, like, I hope I'm not, you know, being an energy vampire, but I'm not though, because it appears that people, they trust me enough to interact with me. And, you know, sometimes I feel like it's a church sermon whenever I'm talking, right? So I gotta keep it a buck. But, that's the kind of energy that I pick up with you, group number 2, is that you will feel fed, you will feel satisfied, you will feel comfortable. It feels like it is a gift to be there. Damn, that's pretty sweet. Okay. All right. So, what are the cons? Not the cons, I'm sorry, that's the cons here. What are the pros working at this job? So you do have the 2 of Wands and you have the 3 of Cups. The pros here is that you get to plan things. You get to take action. You get to follow your own path in this situation. And I think your work colleagues will be able to help you with this. You will feel celebrated by the things that you do. This is giving me somewhere where your colleagues will give you feedback. They may practice the positive improvement, positive sandwich or PIP sandwich. So, of course, it's like, yeah, you know, we'll ease in the, you know, feedback with some positive things that I've noticed. Here's some things that you can improve on. But then we're going to end it with something positive. So it doesn't feel like you're getting, you know, jabbed. Like one of the jobs that I stayed longer than I should for 7 years, it was a mortgage company, and my terrible supervisor, she will only talk to me if I did something wrong. So it'll be like 3 months where everything is cool, but if I made a mistake, she will run her double chin ass to call me out on my bullshit. And it's like, well, is there a way to help me improve? It was just constantly negative shit. So I don't like people like that. It's like, don't just stick to one fucking thing. Tell me the positive things that I'm doing. And so for me, I had to gaslight myself and said, well, if I was doing bad, then they would have fired me from this job. Thank God COVID made them terminate it. And of course, be careful what you wish for, because I actually manifested that to happen. But that's besides the point. The point here is that you do have a supportive environment and you are able to make plans within your job. So I'm not exactly sure what you are doing here, but I think that you will be treated as equals is what I'm picking up. Now, what is the cons of working there? I think there would be times where it's slow paced, but then it'll become fast paced. So you may have like some downtime where nothing is really happening and it might be a little bit bored. But what I do like about the Knight of Cups is that it's still a lot of loving energy that is coming through. So even with the downtime, you still kind of enjoy it. I think this is something where if you're working at this job, you would like to have it like an even pacing or whatever. But it's like, to me, it's just giving me in terms of energy. Like, let's not forget, nights are about fast, not fast, but action. That's what it's about. It's about an action. So yeah, some days will be slow. Some days will be quite fast. And so sometimes it's like, not, what is the word I want to say? Oh, baby, what is what I'm trying to say, babe? Sometimes you'll know if you're coming or going. I guess that is the best way to describe this, I guess. But yeah, that's it. I'm not really picking up anything bad, like nothing whatsoever. Why I said it like that? Because it's me. Anyways, your supervisor. So how will your supervisor treat you at this job? You have the King of Cups and you have the Ace of Swords. Your supervisor is a nice balance of logic and emotionality. This person, in my opinion, is high key, has emotional intelligence. They're quite even tempered is what I'm picking up. Considering that there's the king and queen here, they will totally look at you as an equal and they're willing to communicate with you. I think that they are someone who will encourage you to do what it is that you want to do. Oh, you want to use this intervention on a client? This is a wonderful idea. Let's do it. It's like something about their words, of them affirming that you are doing such an excellent job at what you're doing. And that's probably something new with you, group number 2, because you may have dealt with, stiffs working at jobs where, again, you probably only got nothing but negative feedback from your supervisor, and maybe you felt like you weren't good enough. And it's like, no, your supervisor is not a see you next Tuesday, okay? This person is someone who's thorough. They will, tell it like it is, but they know how to say it in a way where you're not going to feel shame. And so here with this card, remember, it says, any guilt, shame, embarrassment, self-doubt, and fear that I harbor, I release. This person will help you release those feelings. This is like one of those jobs where, like on social media, group number 2, where it's like humanity restored. This is the kind of vibe that I'm picking up from your supervisor, where it's pretty much humanity is restored, where it's like, wow, not every supervisor is like a Donald Trump archetype where they abuse their power dynamics. You're not getting someone that's like that whatsoever. This is someone that's just will give you attentive. I heard attentiveness, so I guess that's a word. I'm going to say it. I will say that communication could be sometimes off. Not necessarily where it's not anything negative per se. Like, if anything, your supervisor probably just may not email on time. Sometimes they could be a little last minute. That's like an energy that I pick up. But if you don't mind it, then that's pretty cool. I think this person high key wants you to advocate for yourself. They're not going to take any form of criticism to heart, and they low key expect you not to take any criticism to heart. So I don't know. I like this supervisor. Like, this person's pretty fucking cool. So I mean, I'm just saying. But anyways, let's talk about your work colleague. So your colleagues, how would they treat you, group number 2? You have the 4 of Swords and you have the 8 of Cups. You know, okay, so can we like talk about the nice color here? Like this is freaking neat. I don't know why this would look good. Like the color scheme would look good either in the kitchen or bedroom. That's just me. I'm sorry. My bad. It was just, I really love this card. Okay, I do. I love this card. All right, bro. Let's do it. Your work colleagues, I think with a rest card, I heard leave me alone, but not in a bad way. You may work in an environment where a lot of people are introverts. So to me, this is giving me read the room. They will be the kind of people where, oh, this is your break. I will leave you alone. I'm not going to sit here and talk to you. You know, things of that nature. It's giving me relaxed vibes. Like you don't have to worry about any bullshit drama, you know, gossip, none of that dumb shit. And again, like I told group number 1, is always that one dildo within the company where they want to be like the company shit starter because, oh my God, I have no life and I'm a bitch. But I'm not really picking that up. It's just, I think it's smooth communication. They know how to read the room. They'll talk to you when it's, you know, necessary. And then when you two talk, it just kind of feels like magic. Like things are pretty damn cool. And for some of you, you may have a lot of things in common with your work colleagues. They might be into spirituality because I'm seeing these crystals here and I'm seeing a dream catcher. So they, you know, you may work in an environment where they make a dream catcher. You may work in an environment where they may talk about crystals and things of that nature. But this is giving me like a really nice, relaxed vibe. For the 8 of Cups, when it's time to go, there's time to go. This is where I pick up the leave me alone energy the most here with the 8 of Cups. It's like, you know, they can leave stuff behind. They're packing their bags and leave. It may be an environment where, let's say this is an internship that many work colleagues come and go. This could be like a contractual job. So, you know, it's kind of giving me a sense of detachment, where it's like, yeah, I'm going to appreciate you and be present with you, but I know that when contract is done, it's done. It is what it is, and it ain't what it ain't. And I don't think you would have an issue with that, group number 2. I heard time is money and money is time. So yeah, it's just picking me. It's just picking me, really. It's just giving me maybe contractual jobs. Maybe people come in and out because like internship, you know, whatever the case. Like when I worked at my when I started working at my current field placement, I met this really cool woman, and that was her last day, and that was my first day because she's been there for a whole year based on her contract. And people liked her. I liked her too. She was pretty sweet. The group that I'm in on Mondays, they definitely liked her, and they're like, oh man, you're leaving. So, you know, it happens. Like people come in and out, but there's no beef, no squabble, nothing like that, which is pretty cool. So is there room for improvement or growth or anything like promotion? You have the 7 of Cups and you have the 7 of Wands. The 7 of Cups is about options. You get to do whatever the hell you want. So if you are an intern here, whatever it is that you want, I think your supervisor will definitely put that plan in motion. They will talk to their boss and et cetera, and then they will come up with something. So I'm not really picking up anything back here. I am, however, confused about the 7 of Wands. So I'm going to ask Spirit for clarity. What the hell is the 7 of Wands about? God, Source, Universe, the Truth for group number 2. Clarify the 7 of Wands. I mean, it's giving me witches brew vibes, and I don't know why I'm picking up What the hell is that witch movie? Hocus Pocus. I just pick up Halloween theme here. I don't know, but the Seven of Wands is about protection and guarding something. Probably guard your ideas, just to be on the safe side. But again, let's clarify the Seven of Wands, please, Spirit, the truth. We have the Hanged Man, Neptune, Pisces energy, and we have the Hierophant, Taurus energy. And I want to show you the cards because they're pretty. So so this is confirmation for those who might be embarking on an internship, or maybe you are working in a school setting. That's why I kept saying contract. It doesn't have to, but if this is like a contract job, then it is what it is. It can be up in the air about room for improvement. To me, because I see the key here with the Hierophant, there is potential. I don't like that word, but I have to say it though. There is a potential where you can stay at this job and build something there. Or if you want to leave, again, you can leave. Like, either way, I guess Spirit is saying that you are protected. I'm really not picking up anything other than, like, if you stay in this job, they probably do like Easter themes, Valentine's Day themes, Halloween themes. Like, I'm assuming that I'm going to upload this in January 2026. I'm recording this in October 30th, 2025. So, yeah, like, you know, it's like I put a spell on you, or, you know, they might have like little parties or whatever. So if you want to do like a party planner, you know, that's fine. But if there is, and, you know, if you want to stay here, there's definitely room where you can have like some kind of like a promotion or some form of leadership here. Through schools. Again, I just think that you would definitely gain a lot here, considering that you see these books and, you know, there's a chalkboard. But yeah, you can gain some stuff. If anything, gain like a lot of knowledge and gain perspectives in terms of what environment that you want to embark on. So I think that's pretty much it for that. So without further ado, we're going to read your messages from Spirit, and we will end this group number 2. So it says, loving friends. I surround myself with people who inspire me and grow together with me. My friends raise me up and hold me to the best that I can be. I am loved unconditionally and supported throughout my journey. I release old friendships which may be toxic or keeping me stagnated. So yeah, I think here with this message, group number 2, if you want to stay at this job, you can. I mean, it's just like with the Seven of Wands clarification, you will gain a lot of wisdom from there. You will have a lot of options or possibly opportunity to do other things, not necessarily picking up promotion wise, or you would make extra money. But if you ever wanted to go because you feel like you can do more, they're saying you can totally do that. Like, don't settle for this place because, you know, it's really good. If you want to stay, stay. And if you want to go, go. It's no tea, no shade with these individuals. These people sound fucking cool. I ain't gonna front, group number 2. Like, to me, this is like an overall hell yeah. If you want to claim this reading, even though you cannot comment on here, like I said, check your anxiety, try not to self-sabotage or whatever, overthink based on past experience. So claim this reading by saying to yourself, check yourself before you wreck yourself. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader. If you enjoy this, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. I very much appreciate you. Until then, I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace. Hey friend, this is Auntie Boo, and nice to meet you. So, I just want to give you a nice disclaimer. This is a general reading, not a personal one. If you would like to book a personal reading with me, everything is in the description for your review. Also, sometimes my guides want me to share a personal story about myself. This is by no means trying to hijack your reading. It just serves as an important piece of information that you may resonate. But thank you so much for choosing me to be your reader, and we will continue on with the reading. Hey, group number 3, I hope you're doing well. So, this is one of those readings about should you take this job. This is up to you to take it. I can't really give you a solid yes or no. I'll just pick up on energy and things in that nature, so hopefully that makes sense. Without further ado, let's talk about your work environment. So anyways, what would happen if you take this job? So the overall energy, we have renewal, we have comfort, and we have number 4, I am safe. I trust my intuition to lead me down the right path. Looking back on my trials, I see that I am still here and thriving. I always end up better, stronger, and wiser. I have proven to myself that I will always make it. Take time and time again, I am safe. I almost said take the time. So, considering that I almost said take the time, I think Spirit is saying, pay attention to your body during the interview process. And recognize if you're safe being at this job. Will you feel comfortable at this job? I'm also here, ask the right questions. So thoroughly, plan your interview process with your potential supervisor to determine whether or not if you do feel safe working with these individuals. The thing about jobs is like many people quit because of toxic environments. I'm hearing my mom say, not all money is good money. I keep looking at this renewal card, but nothing is coming through. What does that mean? Spirit wants me to clarify that card with the same deck. So I will do that. What does renewal mean? Stress. Bruh. Okay. Okay, yes. This job may bring a lot of stress. So with the renewal, I think it is, and then bottom deck is fed up. In this job, you know what? I'm picking up group number 3 is that you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That is something that I high key pick up. With renewal, I feel like you would have to do a lot of self-care to tolerate the job. Now, when these cards came out, because I looked at your tarot and I was like, what the hell? But hear me out. Obviously, no job is going to be easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's just what it is. But I just think that if you're someone that's easily stressed out, or you're going to work in a very stressful environment, your self-care routine is absolutely important so that you can be in the state of comfort. To me, we're here with the I am safe card. That's why I said pay attention to your body, see what it's trying to tell you. Don't overthink things. Just pay fully attention to your body and really sit with that energy and what your body is trying to tell you. Is this job based on interviewing with the company's manager or whatever? Will you, are you willing to deal with this kind of environment? You are more intuitive than you realize. I think sometimes you just overthink. That's for somebody. Okay, I think, yeah, I think, yeah, that's it. So Hank the crow, my raven or crow, I don't remember. I just know his name is Hank when I made him, but he's going to guard the cards and we're going to get to your tarot. So before I get started, I have these cool deck. This lady don't know me for shit, but I'm glad I found her by accident. I love the designs, but it's called the Craft Felt Tarot. You can get her on Etsy. So I know my readers watch other readers, and so I'm going to show you why this card deck is so cool. So the tarot, you have the King of Swords. I don't know if you're going to work in a computer environment. I heard Elon Musk and I just went ill. We have the Hermit, Virgo energy. We have the Nine of Wands. I'm hearing for some of you, you may work with individuals who are neurodivergent, particularly those with autism or developmental disability. We have the Eight of Wands. Hierophant, Taurus energy. So Earth is coming through. We have the Six of Cups. Something about the winter time. We have the Five of Cups. This is a pretty card. I like the contrast of it. I'd be glad when I'm on break so I can start get my shit together. Anyways, we got the Nine of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords, which showed up in all readings. So I guess that's the collective energy. Ace of Pentacles. Love these cards so much. Judgment, Scorpio, Pluto energy. And we have, this card keeps showing up too, the Hanged Man, Neptune, Pisces energy. All right, beebs, let's do it. So, what would the day-to-day energy be like regarding this job? You have the King of Swords and you have the Five of Cups. I heard check your emotions at the door. To me, I feel like I'm going to look at Elon Musk because that's the kind of vibe I'm picking up from this card. Ugh. So you may be a teacher. I am picking up here because we have like the chalkboard in the books. You could be in school. I'm not going to front. You may get your doctorate's degree. For some of you, you're seeing all these gears and you're seeing numbers. So something about science, something about engineering is what I'm picking up here. Maybe like a mechanic. It's going to be a stressful, yeah, your shit going to be stressful. So like I said, self-care is high key important working here. This person don't play. I don't know who the hell your supervisor is. We're going to check it out with this column, but they don't play. This is also giving me like computer science. This is giving me where you could be a web programmer. You could be working at a company that is all about AI, considering that it's a new thing. This is a situation where it's like you got to get with the times, period. So it's just like keep up or be left behind, your choice, group number 3. Like this person, they're quite stern with their words. They don't play. They do not play. So if you are someone who's quite sensitive, I'm going to tell you like it is, group 3, this is not the job for you. I do feel like they will give you some form of positive feedback, but probably in a way that you are not going to like it. So there's going to be times where you're going to cry. There's going to be times where you're stressed out. There's going to be times where you felt like you didn't do enough. And typically, this is what I like about, this 5 of Cups. Typically, oh, never mind. I was going to say like 3 of the cups weren't broken, but the handle is broken. But you see that there's still, water in the cup, right? So kind of have some optimism about the job. I am curious about what these 2 cups mean, because I thought it was just 3 cups that weren't broken. Sorry. Grammar. Somebody could be a grammar police. You may deal with that too. Tell me more about the 5 of Cups. Tell me, what are these 2 cups about? I can't pick that up, Spirit. The world. Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay, sorry. That is so cool. All right. This is Saturn energy. Tell me more. I swear, artists, like, I pick a lot of decks because I love the artwork. Yeah, all right. You have the you have the 8 of Swords. Yeah, like the environment is just on some bullshit. This is somebody that brings out a lot of Capricorn energy. Capricorns don't play. I want to say that Capricorns are the original hustlers of the zodiac. They're here to get shit done because they value safety and security. So group 3, let's say you are a Cancerian. You're more like the safety of it all. Your work environment is about security. It's like, do the fucking work well or get left behind. Keep up with the times or get left behind. These people are all about performances and about numbers. I also reckon that this could be a job where you're working at a manufacturing job like Amazon. Amazon is coming through. I'm hearing my former job I used to work at, I don't even know if I should say the real name, but they do like machine parts. So it's just something about machines. This could be a job, group number 3, where you have to be at this job because it's one of those jobs that are currently hiring. Now, I am recording this October 30th. I don't know if you're going to get this reading January 2026. We'll see how it goes. But I know as of now, Amazon was planning on laying off a lot of people because they want to replace individuals with robot computers and things of that nature. So you could work at another factory job where you may have to build AI parts, or you may have to teach AI how to do your job. And maybe that's the disappointment. Maybe you feel stuck, like you're in a merry-go-round. I don't know. Group 3, I don't like this energy. I ain't gonna front. So I'm hearing, I said that this is completion. So this could be where, I'm not gonna lie, group number 3, this could be one of those readings that you're going to be laid off. That's the vibe I'm picking up. That sucks. I hate that for you. But let's continue. I don't like this vibe. Like, my anxiety is just fucking with me a lot. Okay, it's just like bothering me. But anyways, let's get into it. So what are the pros, if there are any? What are the pros working at this fucking job? You have the Hermit and you have the Nine of Cups. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to ask my guides, is this a job about you getting fired? All right, so when I consulted, it was like a yes or no. So hear me out. Let's say that you did work at Amazon and you got laid off because AI or whatever, but you may be able to work at another department. It could be where the pro is that you don't work with a lot of people. The Hermit is a card of solitude and it's also a card of routine. So it could be where you have a work from home job. You could work for a call center or customer service, or you could work on a computer where you're interacting with customers, you know, inquiring about a missing order or things in that nature. You may deal with that. I'm hearing Uber Eats. Fuck Uber Eats, by the way. I'm also hearing about what else? I got distracted. I was checking my phone. I had no business doing that. I'm actually looking for a package, by the way. But yeah, you may have to interact with people online and dealing with customers. So it's like this person is a numbers guy where it's like you have to meet a quota. So I don't work at call center because I can't deal with people and their bullshit. But if you're someone that's okay with working with a stern employer like this, where you have to meet like certain numbers, you don't have to talk to this individual. It's just you have to meet a quota. And, you know, the thing about it is that depending on the person's inquiry in terms of what needs to be helped, there's a specific time limit. There's a former a former coworker from a mortgage job. She told me that she used to work at a bank. And, you know, if you had to use the bathroom or you may had to poop, you had to be timed on that shit. I think you were only supposed to have maybe 5 to 10 minutes max if you were to be at the bathroom, because they have to meet some form of quota. But if you're able to work from home, this is a wish come true, where it's just like, thank God I don't have to deal with a bunch of bullshit. So no, this, like, it's a yes and no if you have a potential of getting fired. But it's just based on numbers. Now, what are the cons? The cons of working here is that you will receive heavy criticism if you don't reach certain quota. This is a kind of job where you have to be resilient. Like, I'm hearing T.I. saying expeditiously because he really loves that word. But you have to be on your P's and Q's. You cannot make a lot of mistakes. You have to write down certain things. You have to meet certain time requirements. It's quite fast paced. I think communication is fast and quite sharp. Again, if you're someone who is high key sensitive like myself, this is totally not the place for you, period. All right. Now, how is your supervisor? You have the 8 of Wands and you have the Ace of Pentacles. The Ace of Wands is about fast action movement. This person has their eye on the target. They will target you again. It's just all about numbers and shit is what I'm picking up, group number 3. They're like, look, hey, group number 3. So I noticed that you had some bit of improvement per our last conversation about meeting certain quotas. So I just wanted to say that you're right on the money. This is pretty cool. You know, keep it up. You know, there may be room for, room for growth room for, an opportunity, like a bonus. So will there be like, a promotion? I think with the Ace of Pentacles and that channel message came through, that is a yes. There is some room for improvement, but hear me out. Let's say that group number 3, you're working at a it's not auto shop, a car dealership where you're a salesperson. God, big shout out to y'all for doing that shit. Like, just working sales. I can't do it. Like, this is just not something I can get jiggy with. No shade, no tea. But you have to have like a strong archetype to work in that particular field. But anyways, there was a book, I forgot the name of it, but this woman did work at the car dealership. She was making bank, like we're talking about damn near close to 6 figures, because she was good at her fucking job. But she fucking hated so much. So how did she compensate that with what made her comfortable? Now this card is talking. What made her comfortable is that she spent money. So this was a black woman they were talking about. If you're observant, a black woman have money based on her car. And it's never no regular schmegular car like a Kia or a Hyundai or whatever. If she's going to get a car, it's going to be a luxury brand, right? So she might get a Caddy. She might get a Lexus. She might get like a high-end Toyota car. Toyota for some may be beneath them. So they may get a, Jesus Christ, they may get like an Audi. They may get a Mercedes. They may get a Jag, But this woman was always broke because to self-soothe, she spent money because she hated the fucking job. The same book, mind you. Another black woman, blessed. She had joy. She found joy in cleaning. So I was like, damn, I wish she was alive so she can clean my apartment. But she found joy in cleaning. And so she would contract herself out to clean people's homes. So she saves enough money to create a scholarship. I think at the age of 70 something years old, she became a millionaire because word of mouth came through about how awesome she was and how big her fucking heart was. So it's like, oh my God, I love you. I just forgot her name, but she was cool. She was like a real one. So yeah, like I say, long story short, group number 3, you will like the money. When it comes to this job, I don't think you will like the environment. It's best as I can say. Like, this person will, give you bonuses and things in that nature. But yeah, overall, I mean, if you can deal with the cutthroat of it all, then this is for you. But anyways, let's go to your work colleagues. So you have the Hierophant and you have Judgment. I typically don't look at Judgment as a bad card. I never do, because Pluto is a planet of power, and this is about transformation and death and rebirth. And this is also about giving a second chance. I think your work colleagues, wow, I couldn't talk. They went, what? Bro, that's kind of funny. Let's try that again. Your work colleagues, how about that, babe? They hold information that will be useful to you if you were to communicate with them. But again, this is giving me where you will work in solitude for some. Now, if you have to be where you're like a car dealership, they will provide you some wisdom. They will give you second chances at just with anything. I think they will help you out of how to navigate through the stress is what I'm picking up. Because I keep looking at the renewal card when talking about this particular column. Follow routine. The thing about Taurus is, because Hierophant is associated with Taurus. They rule the second house of values. So this is where you may look up to your work colleagues of how they possess self-worth, how they have confidence working at this job. They will totally give you some pointers of what they do to navigate the stress of it all to help you feel safe. I think your colleagues will give you a lot of words of wisdom, because whoever this King of Swords individual is, they don't play. I'm also picking up an additional message where you have one of the work colleagues personally know the supervisor. I don't think that work colleague is going to give you some false information, but this is now where I'm talking about the last column. I think they're going to give you a different perspective of how to look at this individual, where it's like, oh, you know, Jim may have like a stick up his ass, which, by the way, group number 3 don't agree with it. You know, just do an awkward laugh, like to kind of fill the void, or it's like, huh, all right. Or, you know, it's not like you're agreeing, but it's just like, okay. And so they'll say, Jim may have like a stick up his ass, but you know, I personally know him, and that's just how he is. He's just cutthroat here. But if you were to talk to Jim outside of the work, he's totally a complete different dude. Jim guy is giving me my former art teacher way back in the day. Like, I want to say, like, this is in college. Maybe 2006 or 7. Cutthroat asshole, absolute cutthroat. He told you flat out, art is not meant to be fun. And I was like, what kind of bullshit is that? But when I personally talked to him, that man was chill. Like, outside of work, if you were to go to the bar with him, that motherfucker would pour shots and you would hang out. So I think, like, again, that somebody that personally know this person, for some of you, there will give you tips where that's just how he is. Don't take it personally. It will, again, give you pointers of how to self-soothe working at this job. So, again, let's go back for, you know, like, room for improvement. You will gain different perspectives here. The 6 of Cups is about reminiscing. It's about nostalgia. It's about the past. I'm going to clarify that. I feel like I've been talking way too much in this reading. My bad, y'all. It's group 3s, you know, it's just how it goes. Clarify the 6 of Cups. What the hell does this mean? Oh, God. My brain went, oh! What the hell? I think this is the Emperor. Yes, you have the Emperor Aries energy. And you have the Magician. Mercury, Taurus, no, not Taurus, Gemini, Virgo energy. Virgo came out twice. What does that have to do with the 6 of Cups? You know what I heard? Old school. Why not? I'm hearing old school. Shit. Group 3. Considering this is about room for improvement, you have a chance to be a manager. You most certainly can be a manager here. Tolerating this form of opportunity where you can make money. So this is giving me labor union kind of thing. That was something I forgot to mention here. But I think when you utilize your skills, you have the skill set to become a manager at this company. I'm hearing don't let your past hold you back. That's what I'm picking up here with the 6 of Cups. Don't shrink yourself because you're dealing with the cutthroat dude. If one of your work colleagues, again, I'm going to use the word Jim again, but if Jim is not really, yes, he's a douchebag or whatever, or has to stick up his ass in this job because he has to, it's probably not something that he was comfortable with, but you have that potential. And I think that you can bring another perspective when you get that opportunity of having a promotion. So it's about utilizing your skills. Definitely do well with your communication. Be thorough at it is what I hear. All right, yeah. So let's hurry up and close your reading with this message. You have new adventures. It says, today I open myself up to new adventures. I go out and do something that I've been holding back from. I move through the fear rather than let it control me. I trust my intuition and follow my desires. So the fact that intuition showed up twice, this is giving me the energy of the Fool here, group number 3. If this is something that you want to handle, you have a lot of money. Like, there's nothing wrong with blue collar labor union kind of jobs or whatever. You are high key protected in that. It's just in that kind of environment, it's meant not necessarily to punch down on you, but it's to help you not take things extra personal. It's kind of there to toughen you up when you're dealing with, customers and all this other shit. I think essentially you will be comfortable working here if you choose to work in this kind of environment. I gave group number 1 and 2 a saying if you want to claim this reading. All right. If you want to claim this reading and this is something that you're into, although you cannot comment on here, but say to yourself, new perspective. But thank you so much for being patient with this reading. Again, it felt like really, really long. If you enjoy the content, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I shall see you in another pick a card video. Best wishes, my darling. Talk to you later. Peace.